everyone, No7 has a new foundation out and I'm doing a fast foundation review to tell you what I think. I'll be using the shade Cool Vanilla all over and then the shade Calico to highlight with. Let's go. If you're one of my shade twins, I usually wear Calico in No7 foundations, but Calico turned out to be a bit lighter than I anticipated, so just be aware of that if you go to purchase this one. I gave my skin an extra little drink of water with the NYX Hydra Touch Primer, and then started applying the foundation on the left side of my face with one of my favorite brushes to use with cream foundation, the Makeup Forever 108 Large Foundation Brush. Interestingly enough, though, I felt like this wasn't smoothing out as easily with the brush. The foundation appeared to be sitting on top of my skin, but once I used my fingers to press it in, it was fine. And as you'll see throughout the video, I experimented with a brush, a beauty sponge, and my fingers to see what would apply the product best, and I found that fingers were the best method of application. I want to give you a frame of reference here because many times my normal to oily skin viewers feel like they can't wear a cream foundation. They feel they're too creamy, too dewy, and that they'll just be too oily by the end of the day. So let me just compare a few for you here. There really is a cream foundation out there for everyone. So first up, we have the Makeup Forever HD foundation. Very creamy, great for dry skin, as is the CoverGirl Aqua Smoothers cream foundation. But then we start turning a corner here into foundations that have a bit more of a soft matte finish, including the No7 I'm using here today and the Basma Beauty Foundation Stick, which is also a little less hydrating and creamy compared to the first two. So this is giving me a medium coverage, as No7 describes. I wanted to build it up though, and I have to say it does seem to be building up fairly well. When I go in for a close-up here, I'd like to suggest that you judge this based off of the cheek and forehead area and not the chin, as my chin is a little dry from my tretinoin. And just to be clear, I will not be basing my review off of how this looks on my chin either. So let's talk good and bad. As with all No7 foundations, I think they have the best undertones, especially for those with pale skin. As for who I think this foundation would be best for, those with normal to oily skin, those who like to very quickly apply one layer all over or even just a bit on red areas and run out the door, and those who like a very natural looking foundation. I have normal to slightly dry skin, and I have to be honest, this didn't quite live up to my expectations. Now, my expectations are sky high because I usually love No7 foundations. I think they're such high quality and regularly rival their high-end counterparts. So I don't think that this is a bad foundation. I just think it's one of those that's not for me. Because of my skin type, I like cream foundations that are a little more dewy versus matte. I felt like this one was a little harder to blend fully into the skin. And although they say this is 18-hour wear, I found that around 8 hours, my makeup was looking a little muddy and I had pretty major creasing and caking in between my eyebrows on those two lines. To put it in perspective though, I test anywhere from 2 to 10 foundations a week on average. So if I didn't have a lot of other cream foundations that this one was going up against, I feel like I might be a little more excited about this one and a little less harsh on my review of it. But because I have so many other cream foundations that I'm just crazy about, this one just pales a bit in comparison to me. I'd love for us to be able to start a conversation down in the comments though. If you've tried this and wouldn't mind sharing your skin type and experience with it, we'll see if other foundation wearers have had a good experience with it. Thanks for being here with me today. Take good care of yourselves and have a beautiful week.